Oh my
Dude,
god.
official date for fucking my Shield Hero. Sorry, Rising of the Shield Hero, April 6th, bro. Got the
Oh,
date and everything, dog. Got the date and everything.
you got the date and
Got the
everything.
date and everything, dog. They can't run away this. Well, they can run away this time, but you know they. I'll be mad. I'll be extra mad.
I'll be
I'll be like
Superman.
super mad. Oh my god, I have a raging
Like,
flu. Hey, welcome back to Anime Casuals. I'm Lucky. Here I go! This hand of mine is burning red!
And I'm Michael. Realize the only ones who should kill are those who are prepared to be killed.
Johnny. Your darkness swallowed up my son? Who decided that?
Erupting! Burning!
Now all of you,
Die.
three, two, stop. Let's go.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Anime Casuals. I am Lucky,
I'm Michael.
I'm a Johnny.
and we make up Anime Casuals. Thank you guys so much for listening and or watching the casual discussion where we talk about everything anime with a casual touch. This week's topic was brought to us by our own Michael, who is back. Well, actually, no, he was here last time, but he wasn't here for the weekend talk. But now he's back. Today's topic is going to be on the most memorable females, and so since I just made up a list of all the females that I remembered off the top of my head, let's let Michael explain what he means by this and what is.
Okay. So I basically like put it like this. So in history, there's a lot of people, right? There's a lot of males, females, there's a lot of women in history, but there's only well, I can't say a handful, but there's many notable women. Like, and that's what I'm looking for in this is not just role models, not like the best women ever, not the most popular, but like foundational women of anime.
Mm-hmm.
So like I looked at my list a couple times and deleted a few that I was like, these are not women who changed the course of like future anime.
Okay.
Aren't women who like basically if you were to put them in history, it'd be like these anime women basically changed the course of anime.
Gotcha.
So reduce that list down, Lucky. Here we go.
Go for it, Michael.
Yeah, I did a little different than that.
Does your list still kind of match that? Can you form fit it?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I have a lot of them. It's just there's a couple in here that I'm looking at. I'm like, I don't think you fit the list, so we're just gonna take you off.
I made a big list and then I put my best ones like towards the top. But so a lot of them come from movies, funnily enough.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put my first one as Sakura from Naruto. And the reason why I would say Sakura is not just for the length of Naruto, also she sucks in Naruto. In Naruto Shippuden, she really becomes her own character. I still don't think she's like the strongest character she could have been. Like there's definitely other like very powerful and not just like strength, but like a woman who stands the test of time and really shows her own. But Sakura is like one of the first big main character MC women that shows she's as strong as the other characters in the show, both emotionally, both physically. She can stand side to side with Naruto and Sasuke, although still at the end of the anime, they still go, it's about Naruto and Sasuke, not really about you. But she does eventually make her way to being like one of the top Jonin in the village and really making a name for herself and like coming in underneath Tsunade and really being a good substitute for her.
And a single mother.
And basically a single mother. Yeah. Not that Sasuke doesn't care, but she basically single-handedly raised Sada. No, but like, I mean, you're absolutely right. But in all of the showings for Sakura as she evolves, she goes from the worst character to just like a whiny person that nobody really cares about. She's constantly underwhelming and very weak to like in Shippuden becoming just this overwhelmingly strong, of character and of person and physically strong and learning all these cool jutsu that Naruto and Sasuke don't have. Like, it's still amazing that she's ridiculously physically strong, like stronger sometimes than Naruto and Sasuke without all their extra bonuses and stuff that they get. It's like they become the OP like League of Legends character. You're just like, but stop putting on so many items. Stop being level 20. I'm only 15. Like, go away. And I think she's just an amazing character eventually. That's the only part, is that I wish she was an amazing character from the beginning, because I think Naruto would be a very different world if Sakura was actually a strong character from the get-go.
Nice.
She definitely had a slow start.
Yeah.
So yeah, my list is more kind of anime characters that have had an impact even in real life, sort of. I don't know. That's kind of what I went with.
I think that's fine too. I think that's a great way to say it, because I feel like the women of anime who have made a big impact on the industry have also made an impact on people.
Okay. Well, we'll see how much it fits. My first one was 02.
Wrong. Wrong. No. Take it back. No.
Sexualize.
But she's so, I feel like an iconic character that she's gained a crazy following, and she's, I almost set a bar almost for just that kind of character. I don't know what to call it. Just like insane waifu. I don't know, but it's, I don't know. The presence of that is just, I think, impressive. And I think, I think it's crazy how much of a following there is with this character. So.
Nice. I was telling you that, Johnny, because it was on my list too, and I was like, damn, you're already reducing my list more than I just did.
Finally, I got to do it once.
Yeah, right. So my first pick here is actually one, and actually Michael brought this up. It is from a movie, and it might be on his list. I don't know if he chose the other one from one of these other movies that are affiliated with it. But this is Chihiro from Spiritedway. She's the main character, and I just always remembered, I always remember that box art with her looking back, and she's such a staple in like all of these Miyazaki films, or what is the Studio Ghibli or Miyazaki? I can't remember off the top of my
Studio
head.
Ghibli, yeah.
Studio Ghibli, yeah. And it's one of those films, and she's one of the first characters that really made an impact on me, in the sense that here's this girl with zero powers, right? Like we were just talking about Sakura, we were just talking about 02, who are very powerful characters in their own right. And here's this character who is pretty much, completely defenseless, and has to go into a world of craziness, like crazy spirits and everything. And it was one of the first anime where it really showed that vulnerability of a young girl going through an immediate grow up phase. She has to go to work, she has to do this, she has to deal with a terrible fucking boss, like everybody else does. And she was the first one that I ever saw really do that, and was probably one of the first anime movies where I really got she was one of the most empathetic characters, where I really connected with her, because I was going through I think I saw it in middle school or something like that, so I was roughly around her age or something like that. But just seeing her, I think she's just made such a big impact on the whole anime industry. Even though people probably don't know her, I had to look up her name before this. Even if I didn't know her name, though, she's still one of those characters that just sticks really clearly in my mind. And I mean, you have to always kind of go. At least I do. I have to always go back to her as a reference point for when I first started really getting into the a lot of these female characters. This sense of being vulnerable yet strong, yet loving, yet she had kind of the whole what do you say, package, but with within this young child. So it was just such a cool character, and it was definitely impactful.
Yeah. I think there's another impactful character. Now, Fullmetal Alchemist didn't have a lot of female characters that were directly a part of the story the entire time, but they had a lot of strong female characters in it. It had a ton. but there was no like substitute for from the Elric brothers. They like it was all about them the entire way, but then they had a lot of strong female characters thrown in. So it's not like it's not like it was like Katara, like a part of the Avatar's like journey, like who is a strong female character the entire time. They added Toph, and it's a nice even mixture of genders where there's just like you could have amazing characters left and right. But I think Winry, she is such a great character, a part of that universe. I think that she also kind of shaped a lot of people's views after watching the show, that even though she's not really in it the entire time, she's an immensely supportive character to Edward. And anytime he's kind of at a struggle in his life, he goes back home or goes to Wenry, and she kind of helps coax him through, helps settle his mind. And really, the entire time is shown to be a character who, frankly, won't take shit from Edward, and going like, I'm your damn mechanic and you will listen to me because I know what's best for you. And I always love hearing that from like any character, just going like, shut up, let me tell you what to do, now listen to me. And I think Winry is just wonderful, and I probably a lot of boys crushes when they were growing up or watching it.
Shut up, you don't have to tell it out loud, bro. Come on.
No.
Nice. My next pick is Ryoka Matoy from, God, I always mix it up.
Kill la Kill.
Kill la Kill.
Kill,
Yeah.
kill. Sex positive.
It's always that like half second, like it's a comic kill. No, it's
Yeah.
not. Don't say that. She is a crazy big female character. She goes through a crazy growth process in her story, and I think a lot of people really enjoy her character, guessing by how many people like to cosplay her, because she has a huge following even outside of the anime. So I think she's a really awesome character, and she provides good values of acceptance and inner beauty.
You know what, Johnny? That's a wonderful way to phrase that. I could be honest. Like, that's a great way to phrase like that character.
Damn, you didn't even talk about the fact that she's showing her titties all the time. That's crazy, man. I really thought.
Whoa,
I thought you were
Lucky!
gonna talk about
Whoa!
Hey,
Whoa.
you know, it was to me, bro. It was one of the first anime characters where I was like, you know what? The titties don't matter. It's all about the character development. I really did think that after a while. I was like, wow, this
Yeah.
fucking this is crazy. She got like super naked, but all I want to do is see her succeed, and that's all that matters, you know. So,
It's like the opposite of World's End Harem.
yeah, right. So my next pick here is actually somebody that I started watching, but I've always heard of them, like in countdowns, in just different things. And funny enough, I just did a review on this on Saturday, which you guys can check out. But this is Revi from Black Lagoon. So I've always heard of this chick, and I remembered seeing like little clips of her. You know, she dual wields. She's got the short shorts. You're like, oh, this is gonna be great. The mouth on this woman, dude, the shit that she says, and how she basically goes completely berserk. I remembered hearing about her just from everybody telling me like, oh yeah, go check this out. It's really, really good. The action is intense. The like everything about it is intense. And you know, when I actually started watching Black Lagoon, I started to really understand what everybody was talking about with this character. And I've been hearing about her for years. It's an anime that came back in like 2006 or something like that, around the time when a lot of big anime were coming up. I think Code Geass was around that time too. And you know, just seeing her just go completely apeshit, but also have like a really uh, an interesting backstory as well, that kind of tells that story of a woman who's been hurt. Really, it was kind of like one of the first times that had been seen at that time. You know, I think we've seen some nowadays where, you know, these girls get like a kill switch engaged when they do something like, oh, I'm gonna get like well, Johnny just mentioned her a little bit before, like a Kame from Kame ga Kill, where she's really sweet and then she just goes for the kill. This character is pretty much always crazy, and you can always tell like the trauma of her past is always scarring her. But yeah, I'd always seen her, and I'd seen her in like almost everybody's top female list or whatever. And I finally, when I started watching Black Lagoon, I was like, oh, this is what everybody was talking about. So even somebody who'd never seen the anime until what would it be, like 16 years later, I've been hearing about her all this time, and let me tell you, the hype was real, and she made a pretty big impact on me.
Yeah. A character that made an impact on me, but I had to watch this anime, like I had to watch Evangelion like many times to really understand what was going on. But I'm not gonna say Rei. She's nobody's role model. Nobody should have her as a role model because she is crazy. But Asuka shows extreme like mental health, like to I guess a believable standard, to be like, hey, she actually is a teenager who is going through like all the normal teenage problems while also having the entire world on her shoulders. And you know, at the beginning where she's like really kind of cocky and arrogant and going like, I'm the best, I am the German girl from the West, and I can do anything that I want to set my mind to, and kind of being overly sexual to I almost said Sanji. By gay, yeah, it works. Being overly sexual to our main character, and then as time goes on, you see like that, like the guy she loves like isn't interested in her because he's like 15 years older than she is and likes Misato. And slowly you can see all the cracks in her demeanor start to fade and eventually lead to like inability to pilot the Ava. I'm just talking about from the series itself. And she just completely inwardly crumbles, and then finally rises back up and is able to really master herself and show that she is really the person that she thought she was. And what I love about it is it shows that it shows like what everybody goes through. Everybody can get down on themselves. Everybody can, dig themselves a hole and feel like you can't get out of, but eventually you just either dump enough dirt back in the hole to get the climb back out, or you discover a trick or a mechanic of your own brain to be like, okay, this is what I need to do to get over my own insecurities or whatever doubt I have to really shoot for my dreams and really be ambitious about what I want. So I really like Asuka for a lot of those reasons, and generally being a human person.
Dude, nice, man. Omerito. Spoilers, by the way, for the ending of Evangelion. Anyway, let's go ahead to Johnny.
I don't think I've quite watched the end, actually.
That's okay. You don't need to.
So my next one, admittedly, is not really a role model in any sorts, other than love will prevail, I guess. I don't know.
Well, is she memorable? That's all that matters.
Yeah. She is I think the iconic character for, and I think this is the right dere, Yandere. That's like, I love you to death, right? Or which one is that one?
That's the violent one that'll love you to death.
Yeah, that one.
Oh God.
I was gonna say, not really a role model, but for love, it's Gatsai, if I'm saying the right last name right.
Oh no.
I admittedly don't remember what the anime is called, but I know the anime was a really insane ride, and she is very crazy. In short, she becomes God and then restarts the world to be with this guy that she loves, because I think she killed him in the first one by accident, if I remember right. So yeah, she's crazy and insane, and that's why I thought she was a very iconic. She's, I think, the epitome of that definition for that word yandere. So that's why I brought her up. Again, not really a role model. I'm admitting that here, but
Johnny, do you like yanderes?
No, she's crazy.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, I was trying to memorable. I was like, wow, that was crazy memorable. Because she's insane.
Dude, nice. That's from Future Diary, right?
That's it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. The minute you'd mentioned her, I was like, "Oh, dude, this fucking bitch, bro."
Just remember the guy from Platinum End, Johnny.
Oh,
that guy's name means what? Future, right? And then you just connect that with Diary, and then you
wait. Who does? Whose name means Future?
Mirai.
Isn't that what Mirai?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. That's But yeah, I think I'll do one more here, and then why don't we get into our lightning thunder
Laser fast
rounds,
super round.
super round. I have to mention her.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, I have to mention her. I have to, dude. I got a gun against
Does
my
he?
head that's telling me that I have to
Does he,
mention her.
Johnny? Does he,
So
Johnny?
I have to mention
Does he? I have no
Nami
idea.
from One Piece. I have to
Oh,
mention her.
okay.
Just because
She's a role model.
she's well, I mean, this is in the role model list anyway.
No, it's okay.
How
She's
dare you?
memorable though. She's
She-
absolutely memorable.
Yeah, and she's one of those characters that like so many like she's gone through different phases. She's probably had like some of the most extreme character development in the Straw Hats. I mean, obviously there's been some extreme character development, but she went from being completely untrustworthy to being needing Luffy's help to just doing all of this being well, she still is one of the weakest characters in on the Straw Hats, but
Mhm.
seeing what she's done to build herself up with, cause, let's just be honest, like the three at the top of the Straw Hats are fucking monsters. So everybody
Yeah.
else below them are just regular, kind of regular people with
Mhm.
with powers and stuff. But seeing what she's done to really make herself a staple. Yes, she has like certain parts about her that maybe you wouldn't take seriously, right? She shows her titties a lot. Obviously, she got a big boob job after a particular arc, but a lot of those are to trick men into giving her random
Yeah.
shit, and she does it all for a reason. And she's a cat she's a cat burglar Nami, right? So
Yeah.
just seeing her character progression has kind of been astounding to me, especially since I had to like digest a lot of One Piece into a small period of time, and just in that small period of time, I just felt like she was the one that really changed the most for me, and which is saying a lot since there's so many characters in the Straw Hats. But yeah, I have to let one out for the OG right there, Nami.
I gotta admit that like the two most emotional times in One Piece, besides the middle part, is like the time where Robin goes like she's like help me, and then the time that Nami says Luffy help me
Yeah.
like on
Yeah.
Island Park, because like she was completely stubborn and was like not willing to do that, and finally like broke down. And I was like, oh, so sad.
Oh man, she's like fucking stabbing her arm and shit. So
Yeah,
it's such a good scene.
so good. Okay, lightning round.
Hmm.
Okay, I hope I don't take too many of your guys's, but let's see if I do. So I'm gonna not say the ones that I'm not actually familiar with, because I put a few on here that I could recognize like how memorable these girls are. Like I put Sailor Moon on my list, but I really didn't watch Sailor Moon. So
Oh, that's a good one. Why didn't I put
I
that?
mean, I like really like I actually have so many kids in my schools who are like Unagi, like I love her so much, like, and I love like mini Moon as well, and like that really affects
Usagi,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, Usa, not Unami. Eel.
There you go.
But like a bunch of kids are like really into Sailor Moon because she's like a really strong like female lead. But I got Bulma and Chi-Chi. They both have really memorable characteristics to themselves. I wouldn't say they're the strongest characters because they're really put to the side, but personality wise can like kind of fend for themselves in this anime all about just strong fight people. I put San from Princess Mononoke. That's the wolf princess.
Oh yeah.
And she is literally like that's literally one of my favorite anime movies, probably one of my favorite movies of all time. I remember it really well. I could probably do a play-by-play of the entire movie if you needed me to, but she is a standout character for how stubborn she is, but also how much like to how natural she is in the forest. I put Faye Valentine on my list. Definitely a character with a mouth that I'm like, I like you, Faye. And then I put a couple that I hope are going to be like memorable in the future, but I feel like it's still too soon to tell now. I put Toru on the list because she is like by far one of my favorite dragons, one of my favorite characters in a lot of anime for the emotional depth she has, how much heart she has, and really like what a human struggle she goes through in a completely unhuman way. And then my last one is Raftalia. You gotta love the best girl, who to me is still rivaling the best girl from is like Marin
Yeah,
from cosplay anime. I would also say her, but I can't say that because the anime is like just coming out now. So I think those three have a potential in the future to be like standout, memorable characters. But because like it's so long between season ones, they just started, or like the story's not over yet, I feel like it's not as impactful.
Nice. What about you, Johnny?
Be honest, I don't really have much of a lightning round, but you did make me think of one with that last one, which would be I honestly don't remember her name. She's just
I don't remember
what do they call her,
name.
Trash. I don't know that chick.
Oh
the
yeah,
one who
dude,
accused
mine.
our guy of like rape and everything.
Yeah, mine.
She is a perfect example of how not to be. She's a terrible person, and she deserves everything she's getting. So don't be her. Ever.
You know what, Johnny?
She's awful.
You know, Johnny, I didn't expect memorable being the opposite, but I could say that she's like whore bitch. I think that's her name.
See, I just didn't know I should just start guessing curse words.
Yeah, well that's what you know. I think that's it.
But...
I think, but like, I think that's great because I feel like internationally she is hated and everybody despises her, and nobody is like, no, leave Brady alone. Like, I don't think like anybody's like, no, defend her because she sucks.
If there was, then we look at those people and we put them somewhere else.
Exactly. And
put them on the moon.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that if anything, I think a lot more people know about like at least mine's story as opposed to Raftalia just because of that whole controversy. So that's pretty memorable there. So what do I have left on here? Oh, that was not the name I thought it was. Okay. Well, since I had already mentioned her last time, Urza is a big one. A lot of girls have mentioned that to me. Like, she's like the first thing that they think about in terms of just a strong female character. But you know, in terms of memorable, like how memorable she is, I mean, that is such a memorable trait to have, especially when you're thinking about it. It's usually like powers and stuff that makes people memorable. We got Mikasa. She's mostly just memorable for being a quiet badass for most of the series. But you know, still memorable. We have Mai from Bunny Girl Senpai. I for some reason I was just thinking about Anime Josh's water jug thing that he has, and I was just remembering all the stickers of the fucking girls that he jerks off to, and I was like, oh dude, this one's for sure. I mean, yeah, I was just thinking about that, and I was like,
he's like, when he gets tired of 02, he just switches on over.
He just turns the bottle around. He's like, oh, there you are. But yeah, I feel like Mai was like one of the first ever best girls out there, you know what I mean? It wasn't the first one, but like one of the first ones out there with 02, so definitely get that. Let me think here. There's also Holo from Spice and Wolf, Aqua from Konosuba, just in the terms of like every single poster you see, you usually remember a blue-haired girl, and she's just the one that sticks out the most. And then was there? Oh, okay. This is just a funny one. This is one of the first ones I had to change once Michael had said what he said. But Ranma, the girl Ranma, just because I feel like I know the girl. I'm more familiar with the girl Ranma. Like if you see a picture of Ranma from Ranma 1/2, people usually remember the pink-haired one. Yeah. And so whenever I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that one. And you know, that version of Ranma is the one that actually adds a lot more of the humor, a lot more of the drama that happens in there, and is just such a pivotal part of the whole series that, I mean, I don't remember the other girl's name, but yeah, like girl Ranma is on that list, although I felt it might be disrespectful since, you know, it's like, wow, this girl is so memorable. She's not even a girl, you know, it's like she's half girl. So, yeah, so that's my.
You know, to add to that, Akane is also a memorable character.
Who did you say, Michael?
I said Akane is also a memorable character who is the leading lady of that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Could not remember her name. It was not coming to me. I was like, I feel like he meant to say Akame from Megami Got Kill, but never mind. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed our list. We're going to try and really rack our brains for some more girl-oriented content. I'll be honest with you. There's not a whole lot of really prominent. I mean, we've kind of went through a lot of the prominent female characters. We'll try and switch it up as much as we can. Who knows? We'll figure it. We'll figure it out as we go along.
Women's History Month.
Yeah, exactly right. Women's History Month. I kept calling it Women's Month. I had no idea what the fuck it was called. I had to actually look that shit up. But anyway, guys, remember you can check out, before I get into any more trouble, remember you can check out All Things Casual at the link tree in the description box down below. Also, if you'd like to email us, you can email us at animecasuals with an S, real, REAL, at gmail.com. But as always, guys, don't forget to keep
It
Casual.